The following is a shortened version of The Old Nurse's Story by Elizabeth Gaskell. Spoilers ahead, read the original in its entirety for free on Project Gutenberg. Snow, silence, and a house that punishes pride. That's Gaskell's engine. We follow Hester, a young nurse, and her orphan charge Rosamond, sent in winter to Furnivall Manor, a remote, decaying hall so desolate that it was even grander than I expected. The place looks like a memory that refuses to die. The west end holds an organ built into the wall, and so large that it filled up the best part of that end. Rosamond's elderly relative, Miss Furnivall, sits by the fire, thin, deaf, and grim. Hester calls the house dark and gloomy beneath the winding galleries. That phrase does the work of 50 candles. Then the first crack in the ice. One bleak evening, Rosamond startles and points. "Look, Hester, look! There is my poor little girl out in the snow." At the window, a child in white beats on the frost, pleading without sound. Hester moves, and the house answers. The great organ pealed out so loud and thundering, it fairly made me tremble. And the vision shatters. Panic in the kitchen. Even the stern housekeeper shrieks the verdict. An evil child. A wicked, naughty child who would lure her to her death. So who's playing that organ? No one living. Hold that thought. A blizzard seals the moor. Rosamond vanishes. When Rosamond wakes, she whispers about a pretty little girl who took her hand and led her up the hills to a mourning woman who held her and sang her to sleep. Not a rescue. A reenactment. At last, Dorothy the maid tells what the family won't. Years ago, Lady Maud, Miss Furnivall's sister, secretly married a musician and bore an illegitimate daughter. The proud lord found out and cast mother and baby out into a storm. Or as Dorothy says, every wild creature was in its hole, while the child and its mother were turned out to wander on the fells. Now the pieces click. The organ isn't just scenery, it's the old sin-given sound. The child at the window is Maud's wronged daughter, repeating the path that killed her, seeking company or justice, or both. The house keeps time. Each peal from the wall shakes the living into remembering what the Furnivalls chose to forget. And that's the sting. This ghost story doesn't chase you down corridors. It sits you in the great hall and makes you watch pride do its work across generations. The snow preserves the evidence in little footprints. The organ amplifies guilt. The child asks for warmth and gets a locked door. No wonder Hester and we end shivering with dread and pity. So, who carries the heaviest blame here? The proud lord, the silent household, or Lady Maud's family who looked away until the organ forced them to listen? Tell me in the comments. And if this kind of 19th century chill is your thing, subscribe for more. Until next time, keep your candles lit and your prefaces loaded.